Hi, I'm Luther Gray, and I am here thanks to Sean at the fantastic drum store, Boston Drum. Today I'm going to show you some things that I like to practice. Hopefully they'll be helpful to y'all as well. The idea behind this is to take rhythms that you've heard in songs, either the melody of a song, somebody soloing, or a specific drum figure that you've heard somebody play. In today's instance, I'm going to use a comping figure that I heard Max Roach play. The reason I like to do this is by taking rhythms that come from a musical source rather than abstract, like from a drum book. You get a rhythm that has a musical meaning, and it comes from a specific musical context. So you're dealing with something that has a basis in the regular musical language and has some sort of musical meaning to you to start, as opposed to something that's very abstract. Then you take that rhythm and you develop it and experiment with it in a lot of different ways so that you can come up with different musical ideas and different technical and coordination ideas or challenges on the drum set. This way, it helps you in creatively, musically, and technically all at the same time. It's important to remember when you're practicing these exercises, or any for that matter, that you're playing alone. When you're playing with other people, you are probably going to want to leave more space for them. So when you're practicing, make a conscious effort to leave more space so that you don't end up playing too busy. Now let's get to some playing examples. First, I'm going to play the figure in its original form. So the next thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to try to displace that figure. I'm going to displace it by a quarter note, and where it started previously on the and of 2, now I'm going to start it on the and of 3. I'm going to play it in a 4-bar phrase and play the original one first, and in the second half I'm going to play the displaced version. By playing the two next to one another, you can hear how the musical phrase lays differently, giving it a different sound. So the next step would be to move it to the and of 4. I can also move it to the and of 1, and then I'm starting back over with the and of 2. As you can hear, it sounds very different when you place it in a different spot. It also poses a different coordination challenge because different limbs are hitting at different times. So that's an opportunity for you to develop your technical ability by working on that. The next thing I could do is I could displace it by an 8th note. If I displace it by an 8th note, it changes the nature of the rhythm significantly because it's now on the beat instead of an anticipation. Sounds very different. So I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to start with it on the and of 2 in its original form, and then in the second half I will play it on the beat. So as you can hear, it sounds very different when it's on the beat like that. Personally, I'm not really crazy about the way that it sounds there, but and that's one of the good things about this way of this approach. What you do is you experiment with different things, and the things that you like, you continue to work on. The things that you don't like, you can discard. However, I wouldn't be too quick to discard it because there might be elements in it that you can use later or in another context that you might like better.